Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Got a little how-to video for you guys tonight. We're going to be carving a little pumpkin step by step. They're pretty easy, straightforward, great for beginners. Pretty popular right now. Halloween's right around the corner. But before we jump into it, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and I appreciate it a ton. And with that being said, let's carve a pumpkin. We're going to obviously start out with the stem, and a good way to think about it is maybe think of a tic-tac-toe board or something up on the top, and we're pretty much just going to be making two cuts here and then two cuts here, and then we're going to go in here and go in here, and you're just going to leave that center square, and that's going to be your roughed out stem. And I'm going to go ahead and make the first couple cuts so you can see what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's our first two cuts, or really I guess you can look at it at 4 or 5 cuts, but I'm going to turn this around so you can see the side. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to go down, go in. We'll go ahead and do that. Pretty much your stem roughed out, and don't pay any attention if you're not nice and neat up on the top, because we're going to go around and neaten that up. One thing to keep in mind too, if you're using a 1/4 round tip, just kind of drop that front down just a little bit more to make up for the back. And when I go down on the stem, I pretty much just try to make it about blade width. It seems to work out pretty good. And what we're going to do right now is, what I like to do is find the lowest point, and then I just kind of take the saw like this, and we're just going to walk around and just kind of clean this top up so it's nice and smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so you guys know what I'm talking about. Now that we got that smoothed out, that's just going to kind of make the whole process easier. If you kind of keep your cuts cleaned up as you go, it's just going to make a nicer end product. What we're going to do here on this stem is it's pretty much a square now, so all these hard edges we're just going to kind of go down on, and when you go down, just kind of cut down on these corners, and then we're just going to kind of drag this all around and kind of just round this off. So I'm going to go ahead and do these first couple so that you kind of know what I'm talking about, and then we'll do the other two. So I'm going to go ahead and do these, and we'll get back at it. Alright, those are the first two. And keep in mind, you want to kind of taper it down. So you want the top smaller than the bottom. Just kind of taper it down, make it look like a real a real pumpkin stem. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the back and clean up around it. That don't look too bad. And now what we're gonna do, and we'll go back and refine this too in a little while once we get a little farther along. Now what we're gonna do is knock this hard edge off and basically kind of round your pumpkin to the stem. And the way we're gonna do that is just kind of find a nice angle in your saw, and we're just gonna follow that all the way around. And you know, if you gotta stop or the saw comes out and you gotta get back going, that's fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Like I said, just find a nice angle with your saw, about like that, and we're just gonna dig it in and follow on around. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now that we got that done, you can see where it's kind of sloppy around the top. So what we're gonna do is take our saw and just kind of clean that up, and just kind of fade it into knock all that hard stuff off and just kind of make it all smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It'll be real quick. Alright, now that we got that, and all this little stuff like this, it just makes the sanding easier too, because that's less crap you gotta knock off with the sander. Now we're gonna take care of this hard edge here. And all we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of bring our saw up and just kind of knock that edge off and just kind of smooth it with this. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that, show you guys what I'm talking about, and just go all the way around, knock that hard edge off. So here we go. Okay, now that we got that done, it's pretty smooth, pretty round. We're gonna do the exact same thing on the bottom that we did right here. And what I like to do is, if you have a jaw horse, I like to lock down on the stem. That makes it really easy. And if you don't have a jaw horse, you can, screw it down to a log, strap it down to a log. Whatever you gotta do to make it, stable, halfway safe to carve. Do whatever you gotta do, and you can make it work. And we're gonna do pretty much the same angle. We're gonna do the same thing we did up here. We're just gonna follow it around, smooth all this out, make it kind of round like a pumpkin. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, it's going to be the same idea here. We got a hard edge right here. We're going to take our saw, just knock that edge off, just kind of fade it in with this and make everything nice and smooth. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, now that we got that done, show you guys. Now we pretty much got our basic pumpkin shape. So all that's left to do is throw our lines on there. So let me show you how to do that. Alright, so some people go straight in. I don't really like doing that, but you can. And there's really no wrong way, no right way. There's no handbook to chainsaw carving. It's just whatever you like and whatever makes sense to you. If it looks good and you like it, then go for it. But what I like doing is just kind of coming in at a slight angle and just kind of etching in and not going too deep. And then that makes it easier to sand. It looks a little more realistic. And I just like to look more, so that's how I do it. So I'm going to show you the way I do it. And I'm going to go ahead and make the first line so you guys know what I'm talking about. Just like that. And what that does is it allows you to take your grinder when you go to sand, and you can kind of sand both sides of this, and it's a kind of shallow, almost kind of like a real pumpkin. So I like that look better. I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more, and then I'm gonna turn the pumpkin. We're gonna finish it on out.